Hi, this is Bill Monty, and welcome to the first episode ever of the Dusty Longbox. We're talking comic books, old comic books, with me, Bill Monty, because my comic books, they're all old. And I found them recently by going through the garage. I think I found some stuff that's really interesting and great to talk about, but you, the viewer, will be the ones to let me know, of course. Now, I'm not going to talk about anything recent. I haven't bought a comic book in a very, very, very long time. So, let's talk about the first one I found, because I thought this was kind of exciting, and I hope you will too. It was released in 1977 by Marvel Comic Books, and it was, to my knowledge, the very first adaptation of a film in serial comic book form. Not even serial as in issues 1, 2, 3, 4, not like serial like in Captain Crunch. This was based on a little successful science fiction film called Star Wars. And this is what I found. That's right. Straw Rats, issue number 1. And no, this sticker is not on the comic book. It's on the bag, okay? Issue number 1. So you can see this is not a reprint. This does not have also the little diamond or the 35 cents, which makes it a lot more valuable. And I'm going to tell you right now, honestly, I don't know what any of these are worth. Of course, I'd like to believe that they're all worth about $10,000, and I'm going to get very rich because someone will contact me and say, hey, Bill Monty, I'd like to buy that comic book from you. But I don't know if that's going to happen. So this is the book that came out in 1977. And it was based on the film. Now, I don't remember being that impressed with the book as a whole. But back then, everything Star Wars you just had to have. Now let's take a look at what kind of condition this is in, as best I can show you. So there are no creases on here that I can tell. There's a slight little bend right here. I don't know if you can see that or not. Barely visible. The book is in good shape. Now I know in grading comic books they look for white pages. I don't think this had white pages when it came out, to be honest. I don't know if these actually qualify as white pages, but here we can see the condition of the book. So the book came out written by Roy Thomas, right? Who was a big deal at the time. I guess he still is in comic book history, I don't know. And Howard Chaykin, an illustrator that I always liked. The artwork in here, I'm going to tell you, is a little muddy looking. Now, this was back at a time when Marvel and DC were really using a cheaper grade of paper to print their comic books on. So everything has kind of a muddy look to it. But that's not the age of it. That's, if I remember correctly, exactly what it looked like when it came out. And this is all about the very first part of Star Wars, the comics. Don't look for the characters except for R2-D2 and C-3PO and Darth Vader to look anything like the actors that played them, because either Howard Chaykin wasn't able to do that, or that was something they weren't doing because of maybe a copyright or trademark, or I don't know what exactly they had. And issue number 1, it ends just as Luke is he hasn't even met Obi-Wan yet. The Sand People are getting ready to kill him. That's as far as issue number 1 goes. It's 31 pages long, and this is in really, really great condition. If you are looking for Star Wars number 1, and you'd like to talk to me about it, be sure to write to me at billmonty04@gmail.com. Now, the next one that I have in the series is number 3. I don't know what happened to number 2. It's just not there. And then on the opposite side, number 4. Now, basically, everything that I said about it is exactly the same here. These are in great condition. There's no bends. I probably read these once, and again, not being that impressed with everything, I'm not quite sure that I ever opened them again. I probably just put them in this bag, and that was the end of it. Finally, number 6 was the last one that I have of the regular series. It is not bagged, and yet still seems to be in really great shape. We look like, as we get to this part of it, we seem to be trying to adhere a little bit closer to the look of the actors in the movie. So Han Solo does resemble a little bit Harrison Ford. I'm not sure that that Luke looks anything still like Mark Hamill. Obviously, Chewbacca looks just like Chewbacca. So good job there, guys. And then finally, in the Star Wars front, around issue 32 or 38, somewhere in the 30s of the run of the comic book, they started adapting the second film, The Empire Strikes Back. That ran for about, again, 6 or 7 issues. And then they put it together in a Marvel Super Special magazine. They put all those together, and as you can see, that's what this is. So listen, as they say, may the force be with you, or whatever that says backwards, because I'm filming it on this phone camera. So this is Marvel Super Special magazine number 16. When it came out in 1980, it was priced at $2. And you can see the colors are a little bit more vivid in here. Luke has gone full blonde. We see Yoda for the first time. And appearance in a comic book, that might be. And this is the entire Empire Strikes Back. I'm not see, are there any like special articles? No, it's just oversized, which is good when you're older. And again, everyone seems to be starting to look like their movie selves. Maybe it's because the artwork now has been taken over by Al Williamson, and Archie Goodwin the legendary Archie Goodwin is now the writer instead of Roy Thomas. And it says based on the film starring Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, Billy D. Williams, so on and so forth. It's a Marvel Super Special magazine. None of these are reprint issues. These are first editions, the way they came out. And I was excited to find these when I was going through that box that I found in the garage. So if you are a Star Wars fan and you have these books, you have memories of having these books, what were your impression of them when they came out or as you read them today? Are they good adaptations of the film? What did you think about the story as a whole? Are they a must-have, or should I just be giving these away to some library or children's hospital? I don't know if I'll ever make any money off this stuff, but I'm at the age where you're starting to clear stuff out. So I am going through my long boxes, these dusty long boxes, where I've apparently kept some old comic books in pretty good shape. So we'll be coming back on our next episode, and we're going to be looking at a certain web slinger and big issues in his career, and something you haven't seen for a very long time. So until the next time, my friends, I hope you'll come back and see me here in the Dusty Long Box talking comic books with Bill Monty. And as always, I remind you, please be safe and be kind. AlkaSeltzior.